for questions.
It's a broad question, but what are your takes from that game?
Look, being an intra-club, you obviously don't take too much out of it, but I think from our point of view, it was great to get through a competitive hit-out. Our first one for the season, 4 25-minute quarters, no injuries, and an opportunity to be able to practice some of the stuff we've been working on over summer. And I think, from our early reports post-game, it was a good hit-out, and we're really happy with the game today.
You sort of stood out that what you are going to have, you're going to have some serious depth.
Yeah, certainly, and I think that's one of the good things, and it's probably one thing that we've identified over summer is that we've got some really good depth. It's going to be hard for spots, and it probably showed that again today. I think, especially in the first half, we had two really even teams, and some guys played some really good footy, so that's positive. Yeah, I'll probably, don't like to highlight too many individuals in practice games, but I look at our two new guys with AFL experience in Orazio and Aliyah, both look really good in patches today, and I love watching the young guys. I think Ollie Lord and Taj Schofield and our second year guys didn't play much footy last year as well, so Miles Bergman, Mitch Georgiadis have got an opportunity to play another game. So as I said before, early reports were really, really positive, and we'll move on pretty quick though.
Do you think the forward line will be a little bit more dynamic this year?
Certainly. I think if you look at the guys that roll through there, Zach Butters, Connor Rosie, Stephen Motlop, Orazio Fantasia, Robbie Gray, it's a pretty hard forward line to stop if they're up and going. And then the big guys just be competitive. Charlie's a beast up there. Todd Marshall showed some good things today, and Pete Laddams has had a really good summer. So we feel like we've got a really good mix in the front half of the ground. We've worked really hard on that over the summer to be more probably efficient going forward, and we saw some good signs of that today.
And how do you think you're going to go trying to balance guys like Zach Butters and Connor Rosie there, midfield time versus forward time?
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. I think one of our strengths is our ability to be able to roll guys through a number of positions. So, you'll certainly see some midfield time from guys like Zach, and Robbie obviously plays a bit in there, and Connor, but you'll also see plenty of them in the forward line as well.
It looked like a best 22. I think Bass mentioned that pre-game, that the second half would be a best 22. How close to that was that in terms of...
I was certainly more experienced. I think it was obvious to see that from watching the second half, but I think nothing's fixed at the moment. As we said before, I think we've got really good list depth, and I know the guys, that weren't in the best 22 certainly have got an opportunity to be able to play round one. So, it was a good opportunity to be able to get our more experienced guys in one team, but it's certainly nothing's fixed for round one.
Is there anything to be made of the ruck setup that Scotty Lysett played in the white side?
Oh no, I think we've got three competitive rucks that could all play AFL footy. I thought Sam Hayes was great today as well, and Pete and Scooter obviously played some pretty good AFL football. So that was just the way it was. All three are competitive, and you need two rucks to have a competitive game as well.
You said no injuries. Coaches have the hearts and mouths when Garner ran into Wines there on the outer side.
Garner ran into Wines. Robbie Gray went back with the flight of the ball, and I think that's a credit to our playing group. Is that right to the last minute they were hungry for the contest, and that's something that we expect from our team, and we saw that again today.
Just how seriously is Lockie Jones being considered for round one?
I think it speaks for itself. He's obviously a tremendous talent. He's going to take him some time. We don't hold him back or, say that he's playing round one or he isn't. I think that'll happen over time, and he's certainly a good talent. We saw today just some of his power and his ability to be able to get out of traffic is AFL standard, and time will tell of whether he turns into a good AFL player.
Spoke to Rosie at Port Smoothy the other day, and he's managing this foot issue, but it certainly didn't look like that today out there. I think he finished with 6 goals and was moving really well.
Yeah, he's a pretty handy player. I think the way we move the ball obviously helps those small forwards when they can get some space out the back. And, 3 of them were probably on the goal line, but he's a star, and he's starting to get back into some really good form and some consistent training, and I expect a big year from him.
He's obviously going to be managing this foot issue.
Yeah, managing, but we manage all our players. I think, it'd be hard to find a player on our list that we don't manage it sometimes. So obviously Connor's had a little bit of a foot issue. That's held him back a little bit, but I think we'll all agree that he started pretty well today and played pretty well.
You mentioned Ollie Ball before, and obviously been a year since he's played. How excited was you to get out there, and how impressed were you early?
Yeah, I think from all our first and second year guys, it's a big day for them, and also our Sandford contracted guys, they get the opportunity to play. They're running out and playing alongside guys like Travis Boak and Robbie Gray and Charlie Dixon. So for those younger guys, it's a great opportunity to be able to give them a game, and we'll build on them over the next coming games.
And what do you think will be milestone of the best footy?
We obviously played mostly across half-back today, so that's where we've been training him. But I think he's one of those guys that can roll through, wing half-forward as well. So, look, he'll probably spend more time down back, but that doesn't mean he's locked and fixed there.
Hamish Hartlett on the white side as well. Is that a coming back from knee surgery situation?
Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into it. I think we've got a number of guys that can play through our back line, and unfortunately or fortunately, you can't fit, 6. We can't fit 10 into 6. So that's just the way it worked out today.
3 injuries. Knee, that's hamstring related as well, is it? Where's he at?
Yeah, he probably could have played. If it was grand final today, he probably would have played. He's been training really well. He's had a really good summer, and so I expect him to play some good footy over the next couple of weeks. And Trent McKenzie just had a little bit of a cork thigh, so I think he'll be fine.
Goal attack, is that a NBA style, did not play hold?
Or just leave him for the real stuff, I think.